What is up, you guys? This is for the femmes. You have us. We thought we'd do a very fun, prideful, coming out
Full.
experience. A lot of people are asking, they like newer viewers want to know our coming out story. And I said, oh, let's just do a little pride coming out, reintroduce ourselves. So I was like, oh, let's have a little fun. How are you though?
I'm good. I got back from Mexico City.
It
Oh my
looks
God.
so
Literally, if
nice.
you have not gone, it's my new favorite city.
That's what everyone says. I have not heard anything but great things about it.
Yeah.
Like everyone just raves about like obviously the aesthetic, the decor, like the people, the food there. I'm like, oh my God.
Insane. It's like our friend that we were with said it best. She was like, it's as if New York, Paris, and LA had a baby.
I love
Like
that.
the architecture is insane. It's obviously very walkable like New York, and it's so lush. Like there's trees everywhere. The shopping's great. I mean, I'm already just so excited to go back.
I know, and that's one thing I love. I think it's a place like I'm always like, if I see one place, I don't always need to go back. But everyone says Mexico City is like a place you can go back to like
No,
multiple
literally,
times
like I would
and you
want to
like
second
love
home
it.
there.
I know. It
It's so good.
looks so
But the only
gorgeous.
thing was we got sick. Like she started sneezing and then I picked it up and
Mm-mm.
sneezing, coughing. So if I sound a
No.
little stuffy, that's why.
But you were you still able to like do stuff, or were you like one day where you like, oh, I
I
can't.
didn't drink the whole time
Oh,
we were there.
God. That's new.
I
You probably
know
would
it's
love
like
the
going to
mezcal,
Italy and
I
not
feel like
drinking
there.
wine.
Whatever. You know what? Now you just have to go back because you're like, I need to go back and drink now.
Exactly. But other than that, like, I mean, you know what I've been kind of like dealing with a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Tell the
it's
viewers,
just
babe.
so
Tell
funny.
them.
I know. There's this like girl going around LA and who I met like three times telling people that I'm obsessed with her and all these crazy things that like I want to have her kids. And it's just so weird to me because I'm like, first of all, I met you three times and
Mhm.
we kissed once. So I'm like very confused. We didn't really text, like I have our whole text thread from the day that we met and it's like five swipes. I don't even know. And I mean, this was like a while ago, but I found out since like being here again that like every single week, I kid you not, somebody tells me that this person's talking about me and like saying all this crazy shit. And I'm like, no, actually, if you're the one doing that, like you're the one that's obsessed with me.
The weirdest thing is the editing of the text messages. So
Oh, yeah, I didn't mention that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
she's
that
like
to me, I'm
sending
just
these
like,
texts
that's just
around.
making, you're just trying to make the story look a certain way. And I'm like, if the
Yeah.
facts are facts and are there, just show that the truth. Like, why are you like, you're editing it to look that Faithlin's a certain type of way, which I think is just so fucked up. Like, come on.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's really weird. I forgot that, like, yeah, the girl, like, literally deleted her messages to me to make it seem like I was like super into her when it was just like a stupid flirty banter. Like I don't think it was serious on either end. Like I don't know the gain. Like it's like if you're happy in your own life,
mhm.
why are you talking about other people, number one? And two, like I'm happy in my own relationship. Like I don't know, it's just like weird. Like can we just like I don't talk about people like that. It's just like weird bullying that I haven't dealt with since I was like literally a kid. But I
I
mean, if
know it's
that's what
always,
gets people going, I don't
I
know.
know. And it's hard. We always talk about drama. It's so hard because it's like, do you say something to say your truth or you keep quiet? Like what's best? But it's
Yeah.
also hard when like things are going around that just aren't truthful. So then it's like you want to say
Yeah.
something, but everyone's always like, it's always better if you don't say anything. And I do
Yeah.
agree to some extent. Like I think we both agree, like there's a lot of things we could share on here. And sadly we because like it's just not
Yeah.
worth it to us. Like trust me, like we have a lot we could say from like our past experiences. But it's
And
also
people already think we say a lot. And I'm
I know.
like,
I'm like, oh, wait if you really knew some shit. But it's like the other stuff is like, but then it's like, at what point can you speak your truth and be like, okay, well, these are like made up lies, and now, or like not even lies. It's so one-sidedly like change. Like you, like to deleting text
yeah.
messages is
I mean,
so unreal. Like that's crazy.
no, it is unreal. And well, the crazy part is that like this person's a lot older than me too, which like it's not a big deal. Like, but I was just like, that's really, you must be like very upset and like really triggered by me for some reason.
At some point, it's like people are gonna say what they want to say. People are gonna think what they want to think and believe what they want
Yeah.
to believe. Like as long as your close circle, friends and family know the truth, that's truly all that matters.
Yeah, and I'm like, also too, it's just like you and I know, like when we started the podcast, I'm used to people having a different opinion or a different thought process. And like
Yeah.
none of that, like I'm so like numb to that almost. Like it really doesn't bother me. I'm just like, I think the thing that is annoying is that it's like, what do you want? Like, what are you trying to gain? I just don't get it. Like truly, like I'm saying, I just don't understand the gain or like what the goal is. It's
Yeah.
super weird.
You might not ever know. At some point, it's like well, you can't
It's like
control the
funny.
people. You can't exactly. You can't control the people. You can't control like what they say, actions.
Yeah.
So it's like
No, yeah.
whatever. It's
How
just
was your week?
thunderstorm. It starts.
Oh my God, it's thunderstorm. I love
I
when
know it's so weird. It's like sunny and then it gets really dark and like it has a thunderstorm, but I still see a nice like clear sky, so it should be just passing.
I kind of miss that.
I know because it doesn't really rain in LA, right?
No, not really. Like, and that's this one thing I love about New York too, is I love the change of season.
Yeah. I
I don't
guess
like when it's 2 degrees, but
no, no, no. I know I do kind of like a rainy day sometimes. Like sometimes. Like I do think
yeah,
it's kind of nice and
like once a
cozy.
month
Yeah, once a month is like perfect.
for sure.
My week was pretty chill because I honestly it was so rainy and gross. Like it was cold and rainy, and now it's gonna be like as hot as like the devil's puss. Like I'm not even kidding. It's about to be like 98 degrees.
Never heard someone say that in my whole life. Devil's puss.
Literally, it's gonna
Damn,
be
girl.
98 degrees in New York. Like I'm going to kill myself. And to be
Because
like,
the humidity is like
I
also
know.
90.
I know, like that's so gross. Like that's like I'm like we can't get a happy medium. It's like literally cold and raining, and now it's gonna be that hot. Like that's not cute.
Well, that's so July and August.
I know. And June is like just sucked, like because it's been so gross lately. So I didn't do really much. I did go to on Friday. I went to the country bar in Williamsburg,
Oh
which was
yeah, Desert Five.
yeah, it actually was like so fun and like a
I've heard so many good
different
things.
crowd of there. Okay, let's just say that a different crowd is right. It reminded me of like where like the West Village people would go, like to go to Williamsburg. They're gonna like it was just very I don't know.
Love it.
But it
Love it.
actually was fun. It was like something different. And
I really want to go.
when you come, we'll go. I didn't ride
Yeah.
the bull, so next time I do want to ride the bull for
You
sure.
didn't ride the bull?
Yeah, no, Soraya did. I let Soraya have her moment on that. Was I in a skirt? I don't actually know why. I just like wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't ready to ride. I guess the bull, but it was
Oh
fun.
my.
And then and then it was Father's Day. So I went home, and I was such a good daughter and went home. And we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and it was the best meal of my life. I don't care what anyone says. You guys, Cheesecake Factory, top tier. Top tier.
What's your cheesecake order?
It's not even, oh, well, I get the vanilla bean cheesecake every time. It's so good. But like you have to get like they just have like the best like appetizers. Like the mac and cheese balls or like their nachos there. And like I
Mac and cheese
go,
balls, I do remember.
I
Fire.
know. And I will say, like, I eat very healthy, but like one thing I will respect is like a good nacho and like
Yeah.
cheesecake fucking throws down the nachos. Like
I've
it's
never had.
oh my God, stop. Well, and I just like down that brown bread. Like it's my fucking job. But shit is
That brown
bad.
bread gets
They put
it.
cocaine in it for sure.
It fucks.
It fucks. So yeah, that was that. Nothing too
Cute.
crazy.
Wait, so we were on the phone earlier today and I was like, I don't understand the Labubu Sunny Angel
Mm,
thing. Like, I don't have one. What's the hype? I kind of want a little Sunny Angel because they're like cute little babies.
like so
But the
cute.
Labubu thing, like, I just feel like they're not that cute, so I don't get it.
So cute. I think we were saying like they remind me of little like gremlin little monsters where it's like it's the ugly cute. And we always knew
Yeah.
like honestly, I compared it to like how like Frenchies are like really not that cute, but like some reason
Yeah.
like they are and like everyone are obsessed with them. Like that is the
I
new
am so not
it's
obsessed with
the
Frenchies.
Frenchie. I know a lot. I will say a lot of Frenchies have like ugly gremlin face. I will say my
Yeah.
ex stepdog, was the cutest Frenchie, and I will still hold that to the day because he had a baby face and kept the baby
He
face.
was small too, which I thought was cute.
Well, no, he looked like a fucking pig. Like his body was
No,
like,
but like compared to other Frenchies, he was
yeah, he wasn't like
tiny.
long. He was very compact. But like, it's
Yeah.
all about the faces. And like, once they get look old, they look old and like ugly. But I guess I don't know. I feel like most dogs don't really get like ugly old faces besides Frenchies.
Yeah. Actually, I
No,
think a lot of dogs do, but
I know it's funny. I don't think they're gonna last. I think it's gonna be over with by the end of the summer.
yeah,
But
it reminds me of like silly bands
oh my God, silly bands. That's
or like duct
wild.
tape wallets or Polly
What the fuck
Pockets.
was duct tape wallet?
Oh my God, growing up, duct tape was like such a thing that people would make like
Oh, you just mean like,
wallets.
oh, okay. They would like duct tape
Yeah.
wallet. I don't
Yeah.
know if I was
But
around for
anyway,
that.
like fuck guys, should I get a Sunny Angel or a Labubu? I
Yeah.
would put it on a keychain or something, but that's it.
I actually think it's cute. I think people hate on it, but I actually kind of like them. I think it's
Yeah,
cute.
I think it's cute for the
Nothing's worse
moment.
when you get one you don't like, though, you guys. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? You gotta like just accept it for it's like having like an ugly child. You kind of have to just accept it.
Oh my God, so
It's true. If it
fucked.
wasn't the cutest child, it's still your baby. You gotta accept it.
You're fucked.
You're
Should we get into
fucked.
our topic for today?
Yes.
So we wanted to talk about coming out, how to come out. I mean, we've kind of gone over how we came out, so we'll dive into it a little bit, but kind of just more so like how we came out and how you can come out, and how
Yeah.
we realized we were gay, and
Things we would tell
just
our
some,
younger selves. Like we have it
yeah,
all.
basically all of
Yeah.
that.
When did you first think you were into women?
This is like a tricky thing, and I wonder if you can relate to it because I always knew I liked women. I always knew I was attracted to them because I always knew I wanted to kiss them, but I
Mhm.
wasn't sure if I liked guys. Like I
Oh.
always knew, I don't know, I just felt like it was normal to like guys, so I thought that I had to.
Mhm.
But I feel like I always knew ever since I
Yeah.
was like 3 or 4, honestly.
Yeah. For me, it was like I never knew a time where I never thought a woman wasn't attractive. You know, like I always had
Yeah,
an attraction to
exactly.
women, but I think I was so young and like it wasn't really talked about. Like I didn't really, not that I didn't know what gay was, but like I didn't know like really that you could be bisexual. So like I feel like you either were like super into guys or super into girls. And like I obviously still was like into guys when I was younger. And like I don't know. So I just feel like I can't think of a time where I ever was like, oh, like I'm definitely into women. I just always feel like I was always sexually attracted to women. I always thought they were so beautiful and hot and sexy. Obviously, I was like younger. I don't know if those are the exact words I would say, but like I
Yeah,
always
it
like,
definitely was.
it probably was. Like I always like even like my Barbies, like I thought my Barbie was so hot. Like a blonde Barbie's like that's why I say, and this will go into who was your gay awakening? Like, do you remember a woman or anyone?
No,
Really? Did you
maybe
ever
just
like
girls kissing girls on YouTube. That was my fucking awakening.
did you ever like watch a movie and was like, oh, this woman is
Not
so
a specific person.
yeah.
Okay, this was like later though. Like I already knew I liked girls or had that
Yeah.
realization, but Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games, I thought she was so cool and like so pretty.
That's a good one. I've actually never heard that. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
like I
It
love
wasn't my gay awakening, but
Jennifer
like that's
Lawrence, but like it was like
yeah,
that was the
that's
character. You're like, oh, that was it.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just the only person where I was like, I liked watching her, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the hell
Mine, we
was?
already know what mine was. Mine was Pam and like Carmen Electra. Like those days, because like that's when I was like, oh, like they were so hot. Like it was when I was like, I know I'm into girls because I want to kiss them.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you wish you could have came out differently? And who did you come out to first?
Um, yeah, 100%. I think the way my coming out happened, it was like kind of forced because like my
Mm.
sister found out because my first girlfriend was like they played basketball together. Like I was always she was older. Like it was so obvious. Like why the fuck am I around this girl? And she was like not openly out, but people had rumors around her. And then of course the way my mom found out was not how I ever wish. Like for anyone who doesn't know, my we had a shared computer and I left up like me and my girlfriend were like just talking about like how we fucked in like the basement downstairs and we were like AIMing it and I left it open like a fucking dumbass and my mom was on the computer and like read all that so she literally like had to read word for word my first like gay experience, basically.
Oh my God. Was
And
that
like
the first time you did it?
did it. It was like the first time, like I guess we were just talking about how we had sex in the basement. I remember the first time we actually fingered me. I don't know if I ever shared this. We were at because we were on the same basketball team, and I was a freshman, but I played varsity, so I was with all the older
A subtle flex.
and sorry, subtle flags, you guys. And we were at like a team sleepover at one of the captain's house, and we like snuck away while everyone was sleeping. And that was like the first time she ever fingered me. It was like in the back of like the kitchen, I remember. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that was like the first time I ever did anything with a
Wait,
girl.
so what did your mom say to you? Was she like, so I read these messages
Yeah,
going
she
on?
came in and she was like, so do you want to talk about something? And like I just knew the way she said it, and like you could tell like she was almost in tears, and like I mean it was hard because she even said it like she's like this stuff like it like literally made me physically ill because I think it was just such a shock. And also like I was 14, the girl was 16. You never want like your I don't know. I think it was
Well,
all
I think it was more so just like the time too. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think being gay was like legal,
No.
ever federally legal
No,
for
and
like
like
getting married.
no one was gay. And my mom, I think she's also very worried about like what other people are gonna think, how my life is gonna be. Like, am I turning
For
into this
sure.
butch? Am I only into like, am I getting almost groomed into this because she's older and she's kind of the other girl is like more out? Like, I think she just had a lot
Yeah,
of things.
for
But
sure.
and
I think that's valid.
it was really hard, and we at that point I wasn't ready to like be openly out, so we didn't tell my dad. So I think that would be one thing I could change. One, how my mom found out. And I would, I mean, obviously it's, you can't, you never knew, like back then I didn't know how my dad would react, but I wish I could tell him sooner because I think he feels really hurt that he was left out for so many years on the
Mhm.
secret. Um, and he thinks a lot that kind of me and him had a really rough like 3 years where we really didn't have a great relationship. We went a lot of months without talking. And he always feels like he hopes that like subconsciously like I wasn't like almost like angry at him because I didn't feel open enough to tell him that
Mhm.
I was hiding this big secret. But I don't think so. It was other reasons why we had a really rocky relationship. But I think that would be my only change.
Yeah.
What about you? Who did you come out to first?
I came out to my grandma and I was like crying. And I was like, I like girls. And she was like, okay. And I was like, don't
How
tell
old were
dad.
you? And your grandma's
I was
pretty
like 14.
religious too, right? Your family's like pretty religious.
No, that's my mom's side.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she was like, okay. And she's like, are you gonna tell your dad? And I was like, no, please don't tell him. And as soon as we went home, she told my dad. And I was really scared to tell my dad. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I was just like growing up where I lived is very conservative and like I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I was also like nobody was gay. Like I was definitely the pioneer.
Hi,
And
over here.
so I mean, like, yeah, I cared more about what my family thought than anyone else. I was like, if I lose friends because of this, I could care less. They're not my friends
Yeah.
anyway. Then, and he was like, hey, I love you. Like, I think it could be a phase, but like, you never know. And I was like, okay, love you too. But I don't know if it was this way for you, but anytime I had to come out for like a year after that, I cried. Like, anytime I was like, oh, I'm gay, it like made me weirdly emotional. And I don't
Mm.
know why still.
I honestly, after my first girlfriend I broke up, I like went back in the closet and like I swore I was like, I don't think I'll ever like be with a girl again. So I was like
Yeah.
this more emotional where I'm like, am I hiding a part of myself or am I like just like
Yeah.
am I too scared to admit that like I am into girls? I don't know. I think it's just because it was hard on
I
my
think
family
that
so well.
that's the issue though, is like the labels. Like I kind of hate them. Even if you solely date women or you date both, like why do we need a label? I think it puts people in a box to where they feel so much pressure that they have to like join a certain group
Yeah.
almost. And it's like, who cares? If you're
Mhm.
happy and you're in love and you're a good person, what does it matter?
Mhm.
Like,
And that's kind of into our next question. Like I do feel like kind of sometimes the labels really do kind of fuck with your head because you're like, okay, well, if I'm coming out, I have to be one of these. And like, I think, I don't know if you agree, but like,
yeah,
I feel like sometimes your fluidness can like change, or even your queerness can
it's
change.
totally a spectrum.
Exactly. And I think, especially when I first came out, I was like, I have to be in one of these boxes. I either have to be a
Yeah.
lesbian, I have to be bi. Like, I was like, and I feel like now I'm like, who cares? Like,
Just
if
be
you,
you.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
100%.
I
Um,
agree.
did you feel like when you first came out, you had to like prove to anyone that you were gay? Or even to yourself,
More
maybe?
to myself. Like I think for a sec, I tried to dress a little bit more tomboy because I felt like I had to do that to be gay. Like, and we talk about this all the time, but I feel like because of the lack of femme presentation that we had, I felt like I had to dress a little bit more masculine to kind of to be gay. But I mean, that's yeah, but then I like realized I was like, I am me and this is me.
Yeah.
So like whether I have to fit in a mold or not, this is just me and I'm just gonna be authentic and like
Yeah.
do what feels right.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that was so true. It's like when you first came out, you felt like you just kind of had to be, for me at least, I was like, I have to like be gay, you know? Like,
For
so I
sure.
feel like, yeah, like I think everyone does that, especially if they're femme. Well, especially back then. I think now it's so hard, it's so different. But
Yeah.
like back then, I was like, oh, you have to be a little bit gayer or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I
Also,
can't. But I
too, like
can't.
if you're questioning your sexuality and you're like, I'm not sure if I like girls, like, do I just want to kiss them? Am I curious about a sexual experience with a girl or like, would I want to date them? I think like all of that is totally normal. It's completely normal to think about what it would be like to have an encounter with the same sex.
Yeah.
Like, that's totally human and normal, whether that's you end up marrying a woman or you're just thinking about it, like that's totally fine. And I would say just try it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst that could happen? You don't like it, and then it's just another thing that goes down in the book. Like,
Yeah. I think, yeah, make sure you're comfortable. Yeah, I'm like, you don't have to like go and fuck a girl the first time, you guys. Like, you can
yeah.
kiss a girl. You can even like almost just go on like a little bit of a date and see how you feel in that. Like, do you feel comfortable? Or is it really just giving friend vibes? Or is it really
Or
giving,
messaging someone first is
yeah.
like, oh, how do you feel when you flirt with a girl? Or maybe if
Mhm.
you're talking a little spicy, like what does that feel like? Do you get excited when you think about that? The moral, I think, of the story is what I'm trying to say is that for me at first, like I thought my whole life that I knew I felt this way about girls that I just thought I would never do anything about it. It would just be this like big secret that I kept in, and it will come to a point where you will not be able to keep this secret inside of yourself. That's just not how
Yeah.
these sort of things work. Like I think as humans you have to live in alignment with yourself or it will physically make you sick and cause so many problems in life. And then when I came out, it was just the most freeing experience. And I wonder too if that was where the emotional kind of piece came from, because I think at such a young age, like discovering who you are and being authentic is a really rare thing because you're looking up to your parents and you're following what your parents do, you're following what your peers do. And so it's like, I think for me, it was the first time where I was like, okay, this is me, like making an adult decision at
Vision.
such a young age.
100%.
And I think you can come out at any time, like come out at when you're freaking born or when you're
Yeah.
50, like it doesn't matter.
It's so true. I mean, every story is different. Every coming out story, everything it's like all personal. It's like hard answering these questions because I feel like coming out, like now being gay is so open and talked about, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like that for us.
Well,
Um,
like, how did you feel like you wanted to like, and not just hang out with girls, you wanted to kiss them? Like,
I
when did
always
you
had
realize that?
I think, you know what it was? Like, I always thought I always knew, like I said, I had this sexual attraction to women. And when I met, so right there, I knew something was a little bit different because I'm like, I don't think everyone has this sexual
Yeah.
attraction. But I also very much felt this about guys too. And I always had attraction toward guys. And I always thought I was going to date a guy. And I think if I didn't openly know so much that my first girlfriend was gay. Like I don't know how much I would have pressed it at that age. I think I would have kept
For
it
sure.
a little bit longer because once again, like literally besides her, like there wasn't that
Well,
many
you wouldn't have had anyone to like explore
exactly to
that
like
with
have a
at the
thing
time.
about. So I think, but almost like I kind of feel like it was a blessing to guys that like it was because from that age, then I knew. Like as soon as I started dating, I was like, oh, I'm definitely
I
going to.
like that.
I like that. And I definitely was like,
I like that.
I'm definitely going to be able to date girls too, you know? So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I was like very happy about being so young because like it was definitely a learning experience dating at that age and
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I look back on that age of dating and I'm like, oh my gosh, so chaotic.
so chaotic.
No idea how to be in a relationship.
No, you have
Like,
no idea.
it's so funny when I look back on it. I'm like, oh my God,
Uh,
what?
it's like you are just surrounded by drama that's like not even important like drama, but like somehow you're just always surrounded by it. You don't
Yeah.
treat each other like the best, I feel like. It's so hard because you're also learning stuff about yourself and growing yourself and then
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so
It's
hard.
so crazy.
I
Yeah. I'm
know.
like, part of me is like, oh, I don't recommend dating when you're in high school. And then part of me is like, no, it's like, it builds character going through that first heartbreak.
Oh my God, it does. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You think you will never love
Yeah.
again. You'll never move again, like move on. You'll never find love again. Like that first heartbreak, it's like,
Yeah.
but look at
That'll
you
do it to
now.
you.
I know. Should we
That's where
answer
the
some
trust issues start.
questions? Should we answer some questions from the viewers?
Yeah, I love this part.
I know. Someone wrote in, am I not gay just because I've dated men, but I have hooked up with women?
See, this is the thing. It's like, I don't think anybody gets to decide what you are but you.
Exactly.
Like,
And I think you can hook up
like
with
if you
women.
want to date a woman, like, and not be with men, like if we're talking technicality, a lesbian is somebody who dates women, is in relationships with women solely. So I guess it's like, how are you using the term gay?
Yeah.
Like, want to continue dating men and sleep with women? You're probably bi
Yeah.
or pan or whatever, or no label, who cares? But like, I wouldn't say that you're gay if you're only hooking up with women and dating men.
Yeah. And I think though it's also like you really have to sit down and be like, can I have an emotional relationship with a woman? Like that's a big question. Like, because I do know a lot of quote unquote straight girls that just hook up with girls maybe when they're drunk or maybe for guys' attention or maybe the
Yeah.
boyfriend wants to bring in a girl and she's down to do
Yeah.
something. But that doesn't mean that I mean, what
Gay.
a spectrum. I don't know if you're gay, but like, could you have an emotional relationship with a woman? That is like the biggest question over any like I'm physically attracted to girls, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think so too. Someone said, I only watch lesbian porn. Am I gay?
No, not
I would
always. You
say,
might be, but
yeah, I would say you might be. I would say maybe try it out, see if you like that more. But no, I don't think the porn that you watch defines you in
yeah,
any way unless you want it to, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like some people just like to watch a certain kind of porn. It doesn't mean they want to engage in that.
yeah. I know so many of my straight girls that only watch lesbian porn, but they are like so hard on the dick. It's like crazy. Like, like I just feel like
So hard on the dick.
I feel like porn is such a hard way to ever be like, oh, I'm this because like I like this
No.
porn.
Do not let porn determine your life.
No,
That's
literally.
crazy.
Chill.
Please.
Um,
Please.
can you be gay even if you dated or had relationships with the opposite sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like so many people find like that they are, gay or a lesbian or bi later on in life. Like there's so many people I think that like are married to men and then like, you know what, they're like 40 and are like, actually, I'm fucking gay. Like that's so
Yeah,
common.
for sure. Another person said, does fantasizing about someone of the same gender automatically mean you're gay? No.
Mm-mm.
It just like that's just questioning then. I think
Yeah.
at that point you're just questioning your sexuality. You're like, oh, I feel this way. I'm thinking about this person in that way. That's doesn't mean you're gay. The only like you get to determine if you are, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
And I also think sometimes I have a conversation with some of my straight friends and they're like, I'm attracted to this girl, but they also are attracted to this girl because they almost like want to be her, not always like have this sexual attraction of like dating her. I'm like, sometimes like that's the thing too. Like maybe you're really attracted to this girl because it's someone you almost want to like be or like kind of emulate that it's not always like, oh, I have this sexual attraction. Maybe,
Interesting.
yeah.
I've always been attracted to people that are nothing like me.
I'm like, I don't know. I go all over. Yeah,
Like
you do
literally
have a
my
very
girlfriend is,
wide range of attraction.
yeah, I would go on a date with like anyone.
There
I've
you go.
always been the type of person to like fall for a connection rather than looks.
Looks, yeah.
Like I've been on a date with such a spectrum, like trans people, people
Mhm.
of color, white people, disabled people. Like
Yeah,
I
like you
don't,
don't have like a quote unquote type. You really are about like an energy and like attraction,
yeah,
not physically always, but like like
yeah.
mental and like just the emotion.
I just think like you never know who you could have a connection with, and having such a strong connection is like so important to me that
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know, you just never know. Like, go on the date. Who cares? You don't ever have to see the person again if you don't want
Exactly.
to, you know?
Yeah. No, you're really good about that. You
But
were,
I mean, I do have like a type of person I am very attracted
yeah,
to, but it doesn't mean that I like put myself
up
in
in
that
that box.
box.
The way you said that's so perfect. Because like, yeah, if before, like if I had to be like, oh, if Caitlin had a type, what would it be? I would be able to really say that. But you don't put yourself in your box. You're very open to
Yeah,
go outside of that. But yeah, of course. And I think that's anyone. I think anyone could say they have somewhat of a attraction to a
for
certain
sure.
similar. Like what? That's like human nature.
Yeah,
The next is, can sexuality be fluid over time? Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I think as humans, we're forever evolving. Who's to say that our sexuality can't? If it doesn't, it doesn't, but it totally can.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's so weird. I think, not weird, I don't like to say that word, but that mindset of that it can't change over time is crazy to me.
I agree.
Like, we're evolving,
Someone
we're
said,
growing.
I'm sexually attracted to women, but I'm not sure if I have an emotional attraction to them. That's fair. It's not, it's you're not dealing with somebody who is gonna just kind of like be chill, like a typical guy would, and just let things go and be like, oh, whatever. Like you're dealing with another woman, a
Yeah.
woman who gets their freaking period. You're both gonna be on your periods together. Like, seriously, sometimes I'm like, what? What is
Yeah.
going on? But
No, it is definitely different. And I say it all the time because people ask me,
I
like,
love it. I
is
love
it
it though.
different dating a guy and a girl? I'm like, yes. Have you just think about a friend that's a guy and a girl? They're completely different. Imagine dating. It is very different. And I think it's just something like, I think it's a lot of people question that, the
For
sexuality, like
sure.
sexual connection of a woman and then being able to actually emotional connection of a woman.
Yeah. I
But
love it. I think it's
uh,
the most beautiful, amazing love ever.
mhm.
Something I will say about an emotional connection with a woman, I think it's more intense.
Yeah.
With a man, like visually, I feel like it's like this. With a woman, it's like more. And
Yeah.
not like bad intensity, just like you feel things more
Yeah.
deeply, with a woman.
Yeah. I think definitely I would say the emotions with dating a woman are definitely heightened. It's very
Yeah,
more to each extreme, I feel like.
for
Um,
sure.
and it's hard because you guys both kind of, it's actually great though, too, because you both kind of get it because you're both women, like I think sometimes that's nice too. Like, you guys can relate on certain things.
For sure. Should
Um,
we share some funny stories for the
yeah.
viewers?
Um, so these were like, I guess, some funny coming out stories. My husband cheated on me with my best friend, and then I found out I was a lesbian. Like, see, later on in life, it can happen. Also, fuck your husband and fuck your best friend. Let me just say
Yeah,
that.
they
That's
deserve each other.
crazy.
They're losers for sure.
Oh my God, cheating on with like a best friend is so crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a friend.
No.
Like, that's insane.
That's insane. My now girlfriend, boyfriend died, and she fell asleep at my house, and her mom called 911 thinking that she committed suicide.
That's really
That's
crazy and sad. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
I
Let's
know.
move past that
Past
now.
that. Oh, I'm
Like,
so sorry. I'm happy you guys found each other though.
I'm sorry too. Okay, let's get into our icks and red flags of the week.
Yes. Do you have one in mind?
I have a few. So, do you know how many holes there are in golfing?
Isn't it like 18?
Yeah. Have you ever gotten mini golfing? You know how
Uh,
fucking like
yeah.
long it takes too?
Yeah. Where are we
That's
getting with
only like
this?
9 holes. So imagine doing 18 holes.
Oh,
How many hours that takes?
babe, I lived around the golf life. My dad, I was a bev cart girl. My dad golfed. I don't understand how people enjoy it.
No, I don't. I really like I am way too impatient for
People
that. Like I
washing
could
it is
never do
crazy. I'm
that.
like, this is the most boring shit. I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, I don't get it too. Even like when people retire and they golf, I'm like,
I know.
I would much rather just lay on the beach and literally do nothing.
No, I know. Your girlfriend isn't into golfing, right?
No,
Some lesbians are.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so. No, definitely not. We're
She
into
whips it out.
like
She's like,
honestly
hey, I want to go golfing. I honestly don't know what to do. Like, I always think that, like, if I date a guy or a girl that are into golfing, like, will you like do? I think it'd be so fun, like a cute little date. I think I will be like, I will fucking punch myself in the face before I have to. I'm gonna have to go
for
belligerent,
sure.
and I'm gonna be like, well, can I wear little no clothes? And you can't wear little no clothes. So you have to be like respectful because I'm like, all I'm gonna want to do is tan and drink, and I'm like, but
Yeah,
I have hit
no.
a few balls before, like because my dad literally has made me go to
It's hard
it's not an, I will say, I do respect good
for
golfers. There's a
sure.
lot of
For
shitty
sure.
golfers out there. I respect the good golfers because
Yeah.
it is a hard sport.
Yeah, no. I
Is it
agree.
considered a sport? I don't, I guess it is. It
Yeah,
is
I
a
think
sport.
so.
Um, mine, this was actually not an ick or red flag. Actually, it kind of is, but nothing's worse when you're walking New York and you're like, you know what? I'm a little bit flimsy. Like, so when I walk, like I swing arms and you hit another stranger's arm and you guys like almost touch. It happened to me today. And it's also so hot
Ugh.
about his hand, arm, or whatever I touched was so sweaty. And it was like, oh my God, this is so,
Oh,
it's so
mm-mm.
awkward every time that, like, not that every time, it's maybe happened like, it happens.
Yucky.
Don't you hate when you hit like a stranger's arm by accident? I'm like, oh my, this is so awkward.
Disgusting.
Um,
Another thing I thought about is like, God, like one time I was in a relationship with somebody who loved to run and like would want me to go on runs with them. Could
hmm.
you imagine me doing that?
No.
No. Like, okay, I've gone on runs before,
I'm
especially
proud that you're even going to you go to the gym with your girlfriend because I'm like, no.
hate working out. I literally hate it. But I don't know, I like go through these weird phases of working out. Like sometimes I
Yeah,
go and I love it and I'm like, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. But yeah, like
no,
that is a fear of mine. Like imagine dating somebody who
I
wants to
know.
run marathons and like you have to train with them. Like,
You'll just have to say no. You'll just have to sit out of the activities because, like, my ex, like, I work out a lot. My ex never liked to work out. I'd be like, I'm going to the gym. She'd be like, okay, cool. Like, you know, like,
have
I think
fun.
you just have to be like, I'm gonna sit this one out. You have your own hobbies. That's your own
No,
hobby.
but that is what I'm saying. Like golfing and running and marathons, like it takes over your life. So like
Well,
I don't know how
good
people
thing
are
your
with people like
girlfriend
that if
isn't
they
into
don't like
those
that.
three things, or you'd be fucked. I know.
Yeah.
People that train, like, and when you train for a marathon, like, you have to go just run, like, fucking, like, for like 4 hours. I'm like, that sounds a little insane.
Yeah. I don't get it, but I mean people love it. Like,
Yeah.
what is this high that you're chasing? 'Cause I'm like, maybe you're just not smoking the right weed because like that
Yeah.
is way better than a regular.
Marathon, I don't get the hype around, like, wanting to do that. Like, maybe
No.
say you did one, be like, oh, I did one. But, like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like, I like working out, but, like, do training
Yeah.
that shit, I'm good. You know what? This is kind of might be controversial. I don't like when someone's too good of a dancer.
Yeah, I don't like it
I
either.
think it kind of gives me the ick. And like, especially when you're
Yeah.
out on the dance floor, most people can dance. Like, I like if you can, like, you know, you look like one, you're on the beat, you have rhythm, love that. But if you're like trying too hard on like a fucking little ass club in New York or like a bar, like a dive bar in New York, like, it's a little too much. Like I don't want that. Like I rather you not. If you are a good dancer, like just don't show it off. Like keep that hidden. Like
Like
I
a
don't need to know you're
break
Chris Brown on the
dancers,
dance
like
floor. Like you're good. Like it's kind of too icky to me if you're too good.
yeah. Break dancing like gives me the ick. Like that kind of like hip hop dancing that
I
you
know.
see in LA where they like go and they're dancing in front of the mirror and it's like a big group of them. You know what I mean?
Like a dance
Like
class?
those dance classes.
Yeah.
And people film them and they like, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Sometimes people get filmed. I'm like, or they like put up their film part. I'm like, no offense, you're not really that good of a dancer. Some people kill it. I will say, I have gone down like a TikTok like rabbit hole where it will be those. I'm like, wow, those
No,
are
they're
good
like good,
dancers.
but it still gives me the ick. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why.
No, I just like I don't want people to know that you're a good dancer. I don't know
The
why.
only kind of dancing that's cool to me is like ballet, like Spanish, like salsa, bachata, things like that, or like ballroom. Like that is like
Yeah.
sick to me. But like
Ballroom
hip
dancing.
hop breakdancing is like kind of like it's nice to see, but if somebody's trying to flex it, it's weird. Like I went
Yeah.
to the Kendrick concert and his dancers were insane and they looked so fucking cool. But like if I were to just like see someone do that in front of me or do that at a club, I'd be like, this is
Yeah.
really awkward.
Like if you're a good dancer, there's a time and place that you can whip that
I think
out.
that's what it is.
And it's not usually where I'm at.
It is not, I fear.
So I was talking to this person. This can be such a big ick, dude. They went to Disney 13 times.
Is this a guy or a girl?
It was a guy. Um,
That's worse.
but no, it's not even like, I was like, you know what? Like, I was like, giving the benefit of the doubt. I was like, let me give the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe like like the parents are really pushing for this. You know, how, like everyone has like every year, like we go to the beach house or like, Disney, like still gross. No, like they wanted to go. I said, till 13. I was like, when did you start going? He was like, when I was 6. Wait, not 6. When I was like 4, I think. I don't know that math. So you were going at like 15, 16. Like that is no, 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 no,
Wait,
no, no.
you go on a date with him and he told you this?
We were
Because
talking.
now the guy's name is going
No,
to be fucking Mickey Mouse if we're talking about it on
no.
the podcast. Like, I'm just going to start calling him,
It
hey,
was
did you go out with Mickey Mouse
over
this
chat.
week?
Mickey. I'm like, okay, also like Disney, great, but like it doesn't change that much. Like, what the fuck? I died. Also, like, I mean, your parents have to be pretty fucking rich to take you every year. 'Cause, like Disney is like so fucking
Oh,
expensive.
yeah, I think it is. I think so. I've only been to Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland.
What one's which? I always forget.
Disney World is in Orlando, and then Disneyland is in California.
Oh yeah, I went to the one in Orlando.
Yeah.
Fun fact about me, I really do like roller coasters. I don't know if anyone wanted to know that. Fun.
I hate them. I
Oh,
would die.
really?
I hate roller coasters.
They're so
Literally, I
fun.
went on the Harry Potter ride at Universal, and they're like these mini dips, and I was like screaming. I hate it. I hate that like drop
You know
feeling.
what? Everyone differs in some ways.
Yeah.
That's ours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm doing my
Okay.
best.
We're doing our best. You want to wrap her out?
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of For the Femmes, and we will see you guys next week. Don't forget, DM us anything you want our input on. Maybe we'll share it on the podcast, and we'll see you guys next week. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things. Bye.
Bye.